I was born on Squire Pope Road, just down the road here, uh, in 1935. So that makes me now 90 years young.
There you go, for sure.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Barnwell Tabby. And my wife Susan is sitting on the other end of the table. And this tabby has been in the family land, I will say, all of my life, and my father before me bought this property. And when he bought the property, I don't know that he realized, but I guess at a point he did, that the left part of this property was his, the right part of the property was his cousin's, because the survey, land surveys show it goes right through the building. Now, Dr. Siebers will be able to tell you a lot about the history, and of course you can read a lot of it online. Uh, but at the demise of my father, I thought I was not happy when he would allow persons to come by and take a piece of the tabby with them, because people would ride by and say, "Oh, that's a nice looking old antique building. Can I have a piece of that?" He said, "Oh yeah, go ahead, get a piece." So they'd take a piece. I didn't like that too well. I said, "Wow, we should be preserving that." And at his demise, I decided to fence the property in. And so that stopped that. Excuse me. And as time went on, I gradually uh, cleaned up around the property, and we had an opportunity to have, uh, you'll see in the pictures over here, some of the pictures. I'm not sure that the goats are in there or not, but goats used to graze in this property. And incidentally, the total landmass of this parcel is 5.98 acres. It runs from Squire Pope Road back to Cotton Point Drive and borders on the tip end of the houses back here at Cotton Point. Then it goes back to the left to Gumtree Road and end up close to the circle over there. And so to do this a little faster, uh, I was concerned about finding out how old the building was, who built it, and what it was used for, and how could it be utilized in the future for some educational purposes. So I started out by going to the Heritage Library here on Hilton Head, and they were very kind and polite and everything, and they said, "Well, sorry, we don't do that. We do information about uh, death, birth, and those kinds of things, but we don't do archaeology." But they did suggest that I possibly should contact someone at the University of South Carolina. So in between, I decided that I would go to Beaufort and talk with the county historian. At that time, the county historian name was E.N. Hill. And so he and I had a long discussion, and he then introduced me to the name of Colin Brooker, who was an architect and a person that's well known not only in South Carolina but in the Caribbean of restoring tabbies. So Colin listened to me, and he was very polite, and so I told Susan that this nice gentleman was coming over to look at the tabby, and I asked him to give us a proposal to stabilize it, restore it, and so he did. And it was interesting and exciting. His interesting estimate was much more than what
What you thought it was? What did you think it was?
Well, I thought it, it was very interesting also, but I didn't have all of the funds to do the entire thing sitting there. So we had a discussion, and he said, "Oh, I no problem. I'll be glad to work with you on this." And I said, "Okay," because a part of what he suggested was to restore the walls, do it in phases, okay? And so that's what we did. And one thing I didn't mention, and I did not get total control of this property until 1991. But it finally happened over the years. So Colin Booker then had a person that he worked with who actually did the physical work on the tabby. Rick Weidman. His picture is on the front.
On the album cover?
Yeah, in front of one of those,
Okay.
along with myself and Cole. So Rick is the person that physically did all of the restoration, the tabby restoration, as well as he did the entire framing for the roof, and he put the plywood on. The only thing on the roof he did not do was put the shingles on. And the company, people that live in the house that Susan and I own next door, they did the actual roofing on the building for us. And I'll pause here to let you know that I had no grants, no foundation funds, no funds from federal,
Town.
state, town, or anybody. I did all of this from my personal funds. Total renovation was done from all of my funds. Then after the roof was on, then I said, okay, now it's time for me to go to the university. So here I go, smiling. Went over to the university, and Dr. Kimberly Cavanagh, fantastic lady who heads up the Department of Anthropology at the university, who chairs the Department of Anthropology at the university. She then put together a team, Dr. Eric Plaag and Dr. Audrey Dawson, and they as a team, added Dr. Seabrook. Because there were times when, and I remember one day I came by here, they were stuck right about,
It's right under his foot.
yeah.
It's literally under your foot.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're
Right there. And so Dr. Sieber was working with Mitchellville at that time. I'm not sure you were a doctor then.
Nope, I'm still just a master.
Yeah, okay, but she was good. And she was known by her peers as being fantastic. And so somehow Dr. Cavanagh got in touch with her, and I came back. They were stuck there for a while, but she got them unstuck.
It's a pickaxe.
Okay.
So
It's not a metaphor, it is very physical.
So she had been a part of the team of this whole process
Yeah.
for quite some time. But we're very happy that we did not bend to the options of persons coming to us saying, I had a person to come to say that he wanted to lease the entire tract of land, and he was willing to pay gobs of money for the lease and lease it for a long term. And I said, well, maybe we should talk. And went down to his house, and he was having his early morning, I'm not sure what you call it, but it wasn't quite 12 yet. And but he said, you know, I need to tell you before we get together to really talk about the specifics. The first thing I would like to get somebody with a bulldozer and knock that old building down and get that out of the way. And I said to the real estate guy that introduced me to that gentleman, I said, John,
Yeah.
I think we need to thank this gentleman for his time, and we need to get out of here before he have his second round of whatever that is.
Before
he's
12.
had. Yeah. So
He may have needed that just to come in and have the conversation with you. You know?
I don't know, but that was my exit.
Yeah, that was the way to get out.
And everybody else that called, I decided to put a cover over my phone number where the phone number is located on the for lease sign. Susan tells me that I need to get that ugly sign off the side of the road. And I said, well, I leave it there for memory, to remind me that I need to stay firm.
Yeah.
But I'm eventually going to take that sign down. But I'm very happy now that Dr. Sievers and her team, along with Dr. Cavanagh and her team, and also we have a team working with the Tabby to do a logo, as well as website, and all these other things that I'm not into because I'm still
Get the flip?
using my flip phone.
But in your packets, you have the website, and when it launches, which will be in the next days,
Okay.
you can go to it, and you'll be like the first visitors to the website.
For sure.
So you have it with you.
How about that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. We had it all rehearsed.
Yep. So we know we was walking into a show. Already scripted.
And Dr. Sievers will give you details. Questions that she might not be able to answer, I'll be glad at my nice young age to answer as many of the questions as you have.